Welcome! Doing a bit of crocheting. That's what we have so far. this. Mm-hmm. Hey, that boy! Nothing, just same old, same old. Back at it. What's good with you? How's it going? What's good with you? That boy's crazy. And don't we know it? Oh, welcome. Hola. Bien. Es bien. Bien, es muy bien. Hacer un suéter. Suéter? Not a sweater. Bufanada. Bufanada. Bufanda. Hacer una bufanda. Oh. You're good, you're good. Do you speak English? Type English? Yeah. I don't ever speak Spanish, so my accent's very bad.
Hacer una bufanda.
Yikes. So what I'm doing is every day I well, thanks. So I started on January 1st, that's this black line, and every day I change the color. And I'm going to do it for a year on the same scarf. So it's going to be really long. It's like an art project. I don't know. I just had the idea and thought it would be cool. Do you make anything? Or do you do any streaming? Watching random streams. Nice. Yeah, I like to do that too. Just cruise around and see what's going on. I like it when people drop by and chat. That's really the only reason I'm streaming for two reasons. To record my making of this scarf, and then the other reason is just to chat with people. Make friends, you know. Here in my country, what you are doing is called like a blanket, like huge blanket grandmas make here. Yeah. Dude, I love big crocheted blankets. So I think it was my great aunt, She was in an old folks home, a care center, retirement home, and she would knit every day, like blankets. She would knit blankets and stuff. But when her kids would come visit her, they would undo what she had knitted. They would pull the thread and undo it. They'd pull the yarn when she wasn't looking, like when she didn't know. And they did this so they didn't have to buy her yarn. So when they left, she would re-knit, but she didn't know. And so she was like knitting the same thing over and over again and had no idea. Which is just so evil. Like, yarn is so cheap. It would if they had bought her yarn, it would probably cost them like $5 a month, And they would have gotten these nice blankets that were made by their mom, and like they would have all had these blankets to remember her. Yeah, I think she had dementia or something like that, dementia or Alzheimer's. So she just kind of didn't know what was going on. But like they would have had these nice blankets, and all they would have had to do was buy the yarn, and it was so terrible. I didn't know about this until after the fact. I would have bought her yarn so she could finish something, but so it's not a great story, but it's kind of interesting. Yeah, it's sad when people get old and they don't know what's going on anymore. I hope I don't get like that. They say video games help with mental decline, like they prevent it somewhat. And if that's true, then I'll probably be good, because I do a lot of gaming too. What country are you from, if you don't mind me asking? Also eating well and exercise, yeah. No, your English is great. You're doing great. Sleeping, getting good sleep every night, having a healthy diet, exercising, good genetics, which you can't control, and then like using your brain, cognitive tasks are the things. And I get bad sleep. I eat bad. I don't exercise very much, as you can tell. It doesn't run in the family, so that's good. But I really got to work on those things. Chile, South America. Yeah, I know Chile. Never been to Chile. Am I saying it right? Are you by the mountains or by the ocean? No worries, mate. Just be you. Thank you. Well, in America we say Chile. He's from Chile. But I know that's not right. Chile. Kind of in the middle. Nice. Do you do any outdoor sports? Like, do you like to go swimming in the ocean or surfing, or do you like hike in the mountains or camping, anything like that? Anything? I have never been... Wait. No, I think I have been to South America, actually, in like 2007. But never to Chile. Looking at a map right now to see if I can remember. Currently fighting hard depression and suicide attempts. Don't do that! Dude, I've had friends kill themselves, and I had a friend commit suicide in 2017, And I think about him all the time and still really, really miss him, even though it's been so long. Doing exercise is helping. Yeah. Yeah, getting outside, not isolating from people, those are really big. Hey, if you find pills that help, more power to you. I'm all for whatever works. But this is my point, is that my friend didn't really feel like he mattered to anyone, and I don't think he felt like he would be missed or like anyone would need him. Like me, for example, he just thought I would be okay. I think he thought I would be okay without him, and I'm not okay without him, and I'm never going to be okay without him. And like he didn't realize that I needed him, you know, and other people needed him too, and he's just gone. So I'm gonna get emotional about all this, but sorry. You don't know who needs you, and you don't know who is going to need you in the future. And you know, people say like you can't kill yourself, or you don't have a right to do that, or whatever. But you can, and it's your life, and you do have the right to do it. But our lives are really connected to other people, and in a way, it's kind of not. Our life doesn't just belong to us, you know. It belongs to everyone who loves us. And I've had other friends attempt suicide and not succeed. Like they were really close, you know. And I'm really glad it didn't work. It didn't work, and family members too. So it's a subject that's, and you know, I'm not a stranger to the pains of life, I guess we'll call it. So I understand where you are, but I'm glad you're doing therapy and exercise and medicine. Those are really great things. And getting outdoors, that's huge. If when you can, staying inside is really depressing, you know. It's winter up here in the States. Are you guys? Is it summer down there? For you guys? Hot as hell, right? Yeah, that's what I would think. It's weird. Where I live, we get a lot of snow every year. Really, very cold winters. You know, you can go outside and have, I can't even get it on camera, a huge pile of snow covering, your car's totally covered, you know? You can't even see your car, it's just a big bump of snow. Every year it's like that. And this year, there has not been any snow at all. It's been completely, it's rained. Really weird. It's been the warmest winter of my entire life. I've never had a winter this warm, which is kind of concerning. It's kind of a weird change. But snow is so beautiful. The winter here, when it actually snows, like last year, is really long. It's like half the year is snowing. So you do get sick of it. You're like driving in it, and when it melts, it kind of will partially melt and get really slushy and dirty. Like cars go through it and it turns black, and like it gets on your shoes and your pants, and you do get sick of it eventually. But when it's fresh snow, when it's like first falling, it's so beautiful, covering all the trees and houses and everything. I mean, you've seen movies and pictures, you know what it looks like. But my favorite thing is when it's snowing at nighttime, and it's perfectly quiet because snow absorbs sound. So like traffic and cars and everything, you can't hear it. Slushy is like watery, but like half frozen. So it's like ice and water mixed together. You know, like a Slurpee or like a snow cone. You ever had a snow cone? That's what slushy means. So water with ice in it, pretty much, like bits of ice. Which is bad. It's not fun. But when it snows at nighttime, you can have like a street lamp, and the snow passes through the light and gets like warm, all lit up, and it's like golden color, and quiet and peaceful. I don't know. It's just really a good vibe, you know. Especially if you're like indoors and have a fire going and it's warm, but it's cold outside. It's a nice like cabin feeling, you know. Yeah, slushy. Hey, it's a good word. Good vocab to learn. Did you grow up speaking English or learning English? Like, does everyone know English? Like, younger people, do they all know English in Chile? Or did you put in, like, specific effort to learn it? I used to watch English TV shows with my sister when I was a kid and learned English by ear. Wow, that's really cool. That's awesome. I only know English, which is kind of sad. I really should learn Spanish. I have friends who speak Portuguese, but I they haven't really tried to teach me, so we all just speak English. Just reading the subtitles, and one day I found myself speaking and understanding English. Nice. Yeah, especially when you're a kid, you can learn languages a lot faster, they say. Kind of comes naturally, which is what sounds like what happened with you. They try to do that here with Spanish, like they have Dora the Explorer and other shows for kids that are in Spanish and English, so you can like learn it, but I don't think it works very well. And they teach Spanish in school here. Like you have to take Spanish classes, but like no one learns it, you know. We just learn like you only remember like really basic things. Hola, mi ama, whatever. Just reading the subtitles. Yeah. Oh, I already read that one. My escuela es malo. Friends, 2.5 Men. Yeah, Friends is a classic. I've only seen a little bit of 2.5 Friends. The one with a vampire dude and Sabrina. Oh yeah, yeah, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and he had the cat, not Simon, Salem. Yeah, the cat Salem. The one with the vampire. Was it Angel? Angel was the male vampire. And then there was Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Yeah, Salem is good. That's such a throwback. I haven't seen that show in so long. Buffy, yeah. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. That was a good show. That was cool. Kind of scary. A little bit scary for a kid, but... X-Files. Did you ever see the X-Files? That one was scary, too. But then my sister went to live in Santiago, the capital, so my English pronunciation got pretty bad. Oh, did you guys, like, watch together and talk, speak English to each other? Hey, it's Kaz. Welcome, welcome. I'm glad you popped in. Just back to the old grindstone. Knitting a sweater? Nice! What's it gonna look like? Have you streamed it at all? Yeah, a lot of people learn English in games too. They learn it from like movies and shows and then gaming because there's a lot of English gamers. No, I haven't the setup. Oh, that's okay. I want to eventually make a sweater, but I've been really busy. I haven't had time to like learn anymore. So I've just been doing the single stitch this whole time on this horribly ugly thing. And like this yarn is skinnier, so it's like constricting. It's fine. It's not even about... Ooh, red and ivory. That's a good combo. It's not even about making something that's good. I just want to meet people. Simple knitted sweater. I need to learn to knit. I've knitted before, but it was so long ago I don't remember. Probably go buy some needles here soon. Two strands held together. So like you're using two at a time. Is that what that means? Yeah, you should. You know, it's kind of addicting. I'm gonna be real, especially if you're like watching something or listening to something. You can just kind of relax and go at it. The basic crocheting, which is what I'm doing, is just the single stitch. Super easy. You just need one hook. Takes you 5 minutes to learn it. I think knitting is a tiny bit harder, but you could learn it. You taught yourself English. I mean, you can learn how to knit. Make all kinds of stuff. I was watching a video about gradients, color gradients. And I want to try it, but it does look a little bit hard. So if you're using a hook like this, what I'm doing is crochet. Knitting is when you have two needles. They don't have hooks on the end; they're just straight. You can knit with more than two needles actually, but the basic knitting you see on movies and stuff is two needles. They're going, but the crocheting is just this hook. So they're similar, but they're a little bit different. Yeah. I think knitting is better for like doing round things like socks or hats. I guess a sweater too, because it's like a tube maybe. I don't know. They're a little they're a little bit different, have their strengths from what I understand. I don't really know that much about either of them, but it's fun either way. How far are you on that sweater? Did you just start it? Ugh. Why it gets so tight at the end? Well, because I'm doing it tight, but... Sheesh. What does your name mean? It doesn't mean anything. Beretta is a company that makes guns. It's Italian. They make pistols mostly. So Mom's Berettas is just like Mom's guns. There's that Eminem song. I should learn the name of it because people always ask me. Where he says Mom's spaghetti, like palm sweaty, Mom's spaghetti. He throws up Mom's spaghetti. And my friend was playing Counter-Strike, and he has the Berettas in the game you can get. And so it popped into my head, instead of Mom's spaghetti, it was Mom's Berettas. I don't know, it's not that funny, but I just thought of it and made it my name. Is your name... Is your username just your actual name? Norse mythology. Odregan. Odregan. Who is that? Oh. It's not like a specific character, or is it? Odregan. Nice. What do you like to read? Is it like a dragon or mean dragon? Because it kind of sounds like dragon. Oh, dragon. This one's tight. Come on, there we go. Are you reading anything good these days? Um... Yeah, I know there's like the sacred tree or the world tree in Norse mythology. Maybe it's that. Yggdrasil. Odin's horse. I know they have a lot of different names. Oh, yeah. I don't know if that's pronouncing it right. Yggdrasil, something like that. So, Odregan is something different, I guess. I don't know that much about it. I'll ask my friend. I have a friend who's really into, like, Norse mythology, practices it in it. Like it's his religion, you know. Maybe he'll know. Or, like, maybe he can explain it to me, I guess. Oh! Okay. I gotcha. I was thinking you were saying it was a name from, like, a specific story in Norse mythology. Are you a calm and reasonable person? If the moment calls for calm. I'd say it calls for calm. Yeah. You know what that's from? I bet you do. Oh. Are you a calm and reasonable person? If the moment calls for calm. I'd say it calls for calm. Yeah. You might have heard it in Spanish, so it's not the same. I don't know. If you've heard it. It's from God of War Ragnarok. Yeah. It's Thor talking to Kratos when they meet in his cabin. Have you played it or seen it? Oh, you're all good. I actually haven't played it either. I've just seen it playthroughs on YouTube. But Thor is in it and he fights Kratos. And Odin is in it. God of War 5, I think it is. One I'm referencing. Corbett is here. Hello. Yeah, he goes to like different mythologies because he starts out in like the Greek mythology and then goes to the Norse mythologies. He'll probably do like Egypt next or something. And then people joke that he's going to like go into the Christianity and meet Christ and get converted or something, be baptized. I don't know. It's funny. Do. How am I? Very good. I'm very good. Thank you for asking. Just having a blast talking with people. I really like how Thor looks in that game, though. He's like 7 feet tall, red hair, like really big and fat. Like kind of how he is in the... Yeah, Kratos fighting Jesus. Jesus would like walk on water. He'd have a cross. He could like swing or something. He could like raise people from the dead to fight for him. You know, like a necromancer kind of. But ultimately, he would forgive Kratos of his sins, and Kratos would be converted. There's like fighting games and different games with a bunch of gods in them. You know, Greek gods, Egyptian gods, Aztec gods, whatever. And they never have Jesus in these fighting games. And they should. He needs to administer the laying on of hands. Corbett, what you been working on? Are you still here? Did you leave? Oh, you're still there. I see you're still using the knife grip. Wait, am I supposed to hold it like a pen? Like this? This feels highly cursed. This cannot be right. Well, do people do that? Do people do it like a pen? Is that... Do they hold it... Do they hold it like a violin? Do they... How do you do it? I know, but how do you do it? I'm not gonna change if I don't want to change. I'm just curious. I didn't even consider another way. Okay. This is the only other way I can think of. Let me see. I feel like a monkey. This is so awful. Mine is more like a pencil grip, depending on the yarn and tension. Yeah, I think I'm doing it too tight. That's why I have to... Let me see. Yeah, okay, I can see that. Yeah. Maybe when I loosen up. I've just like committed to doing this like as tight as possible. It's all terrible. It's fine. It's literally fine. Are those stuff expensive? This stuff. So the needle was $1, but that's where I am. I don't know how much it is in Chile or you know, the conversion or anything. I don't know. It depends on what they sell them for. The yarn isn't very expensive here either, but I've been going to thrift stores and buying yarn goods, sweaters and beanies and whatever else, and then unraveling them. Like this is the yarn I'm currently using. You unravel it, you get yarn, and it can be cheaper to do it that way, depending on how much you can buy clothing for at like a thrift store. Because I can find a big sweater for like a couple bucks, but it is more work, and the yarn is a little less good. It's just a little more worn out. I'm doing it that way. I'm trying to do like an art piece. So like, I'm gonna keep working on this the whole year is my plan, every day on the same project, and make a huge like long scarf to kind of represent the year. And then like it's made of other people's items, so it's kind of like this connection to strangers. I don't know, it's just what I'm doing, but it would be, I mean, if you can get new yarn for cheap, just do it that way. Or if you know someone who has sheep and they'll give you wool, you can always spin your own yarn. Look up tutorials on how to do that, which I've done a little bit of, but didn't get very good at it. It gets easier with practice. Don't change it just because of me. Do whatever makes you happy. Yeah. Whenever I decide to start not making this as tight as possible, I'll probably try that pencil grip out. Kind of the same price. Yeah. Like this, I got this. This isn't for this scarf. I haven't decided what I want to make out of this. It was like around $3. I got some other that was on sale for $2. So if you have like craft stores, or I don't know what you have around there, but if you wait to get stuff on sale, it can be pretty good. But don't stress about it, yeah. We ain't about stress around here. No, sir. All good vibes. Clearance in craft stores and dollar stores, too, yeah. I didn't think about the dollar store, actually. That's a good idea. Nice. Well, there you go. See? Not too bad at all. If it was expensive, I wouldn't be doing it. Okay. The Chanel, I don't know how to say that. Chanel yarn? Chanel? Don't recommend that. Alright. I'll keep that in mind. So, I'm hoping that I can... Oh, that's terrible. Falls apart. Yikes. When I get some time, hopefully soon, I'm gonna start another project. Probably not. I don't know what I'm gonna make, but with like this new yarn. So I'm gonna have this horrible thing going, and then with the other one, I'm gonna try to learn like new stitches and stuff. Like, you know, just do it to learn. And then once I learn it on like whatever else, I'm gonna like add it into this. You know, if that makes sense. I love Naruto! It's the best. I've got little Itachi. I've got Obito. I've got more. I've got some in my car hanging up on my window. Different stitches. That's a good idea. Different swatches. Yeah, that'd be a good way to learn new ones. And if you mess up a swatch, it's not like you have to like undo a bunch of stuff. It's a good idea. Yeah, Naruto's the OG. Do you have a favorite character? I got these Naruto Converse sneakers, you know, Converse. They're like Gaara themed, so they have Gaara's like little logo on them on his head, you know, and they kind of look like sand. I haven't worn them yet. I need to bust them out and do a review and then start wearing them. Could be a memory blanket. Yeah. Yeah, I like that kind of stuff. That was kind of my idea with this thing is each stripe is a day, you know, so it's kind of like a symbolic of time passing or something. I don't know. But yeah, see how like with the different swatches you can see improvement over time, which is nice. Yeah, it is. It really is. My friend has this blanket, quilt that his mother made for him, and it's made of like t-shirts from his high school years, because he did a lot of sports and different activities, so he had all these different T-shirts with like their logos and stuff on them from his school that he wear his wrestling and all other stuff. And then the back of it was made of like jeans that were his. So it's like this record of his, high school life, and it's really cool. So, quality blanket. I like stuff like that. I really like reusing things, repurposing them. It's kind of a big reason why I like the post-apocalyptic stuff. Is like the reuse. With the Red Cross symbol, because we call him our hospital child, does he spend a lot of time in the hospital? Is that why he's the hospital child? Or did he put people in the hospital? Oh my. Oh man. How old is he? Oh. Dang, that young. You're having issues. It's brutal. It's really sad. I'm sorry about that. I don't like Naruto that much, but if I had to pick a character, it probably would be Asuma. Yeah. Asuma is badass! And I like his knives, his kunai things. Very cool. Pulmonary embolism, holy! Those will kill you dead. Sorry, that was insensitive. I hope I'm not trying to freak you out. That's just scary. Sorry about that. That's terrible. I just they scare the heck out of me because like they can just happen and you have no idea they're coming, and then whoa, you died. My aunt died that way. She was 18 or 19. She was very young, so this was before I knew her. I guess I never knew her. It was before I was born. She broke her leg in a car crash, and they went to the hospital, and they patched her up, got her leg all set and everything. And then I think she died at home. She died from an embolism. Got a clot, and there you go. So it's scary. My grandfather died from an embolism from a surgery. So they are spooky. Oh my, I hate doctors so much. I'm sorry if that's offensive, but I've had health issues growing up when I was young, and I heard that my whole life was, oh, you're too young for this, you're too young for that. And then as it turned out, it was this, and it was that, regardless of my age. And I've just found doctors in general to be very unhelpful, and a lot of the times they're kind of like jerks and egotistical, and I feel like I tend to see the good in people. I try to give people a benefit of the doubt, but just over and over again, my experience with the healthcare system and with doctors has been subpar, let's say. Let's put it that way. You remember saying it too? See, well then then you get it. You get being disregarded, being condescended to, ignored and all that. Invalidated, I just heard this story. There was this woman who had like a whole, like really terrible abdominal pain for years and years. And she would go to the doctors and they could never figure out what it was. So they labeled her as a hypochondriac. and like were really dismissive of her. Anyway, she died young, in her 30s. She died, and they did an autopsy, and her organs, like her visceral organs, were all scarred. They were scarred up, and I can't remember the infection. If I said the infection, you would know what I was talking about. But it was a terrible infection that like she had her whole life, and it was like eating her from the inside. So her body was always fighting it and always scarring, and so that's why she had this horrible pain. And like, if they had listened to her and just believed her, she would have been alive. And instead, she died in pain, and it was really sad. So, yeah, of course. Patch, what's up? Welcome, welcome. And yes, of course, there are good doctors and competent and caring, empathetic. I just haven't met them. And don't even get me started on nurses. I'm just kidding. I joke, I jest. Da-da-da. How is everyone? How is everyone? We're all still here, so that's something, isn't it? We all survived 2025, and we're all going to survive 2026. Isn't that right? We're all going to make it. Thanks, O'Dragon. Hey, you might just be doing better than you think. You're still here on this earth, and that's a pretty big accomplishment, so don't sell yourself short. We drive over an hour toward the city to see the hematologist because their doctors are so much better. Hey, yeah, that's worth it. That is worth it. Go where the good people are. Also learning English words like slushy. That's right. You know what? I'm going to actually... I explained what slushy is, but now I'm curious of what the textbook definition is. Resembling, consisting of, or covered with slush. That doesn't really help. I guess we have to look up slush. Partially melted snow or ice. Yeah, so that's what I was saying. Like, snow with water in it. It's like watery. And now you know. I also work as a home health aide, so technically in the medical field in some capacity. Nice. It's a good career. Going around. Does that overlap with like hospice care at all, or is that different? Oh, I just asked if it was like you overlap with hospice care at all, or if home health is just it was something different. I would engage in conversation with you, but getting technical with healthcare in English is pretty hard for me. Yeah, embolism. Yeah. That's what makes them so scary is they're rare and they don't really have warning as far as I know. They just kind of happen. Might be wrong about that, but... Oh, thank you. The more the merrier. I like having people to talk to. It's kind of sad when I'm just here alone on stream, but I think yesterday was the first time that I didn't have anybody at all stop by. Every other day it's been had a couple people, which has been nice. It has clues to get to that. Yeah. Oh, don't worry about it. You're totally fine. I have no expectation of people showing up. It's a nice surprise when people do, you know? Sorry you weren't feeling well. Hey, hey, Chicken Little, 87, what is good? The sky is falling, and Chicken Little is here. Discord. How we doing? How we doing? We are doing varying levels of good and well. Nice. We got a couple. I gotta say, I dig your TV in the background. Thank you. Is it already over? Have I been streaming for 2 hours? 1 hour and 40 minutes. Holy guacamole! I was playing Godzilla, one of the Godzilla movies on that one. That one I can't get the input to work. That one is hooked up to a DOS computer, so I could only show lines of text on there. That one's not hooked up to anything. Yeah, I like the old CRTs. They're just nostalgic, you know? They just have a presence and a vibe that flat screens don't have. Old games look great on them. Even when there's nothing on them, they've got that static going, which is also a vibe. Like, sometimes at night I'll have all the lights off and just have that static going as like a night light. So great. Gotta love the retro. Oldies are goldies. Input could be something stuck in the yellow. Oh, like the AV cables. It doesn't have AV cables, if that's what you mean. It's got the... What's the screw-in one for the OG cable one? So, I can't change the input on it. It doesn't have a button that I could find. And the remote stopped working. The remote kaput. So, I don't know. I'm not very technically minded. So I don't know what to do with it. Coax? Is that what it is? Coax cable. Gotta get away. Yeah, the coax cable is the only input it has. And there's no channel change button on the TV. Which is crazy. So if I'm on the wrong channel, and that's why I can't get the input to work, that the remote's broken. I can't fix the remote. I don't know how to do that. So it's a little... I'm not going to throw it away. I can maybe get it to work if I really put some effort in. Those channel 3 or channel 4. Yeah, I think it's on channel 2 right now. Which I know some TVs it's like channel 2 is the right input. Oh, program a universal remote? That might be a good idea. I have a universal remote and it broke too. It was a Doctor Who one, so I don't know if it would be technical enough for that, but if you're in Discord, feel free to send me some pictures of it. Yeah, shoot me your Discord link if you feel so inclined. I would love to get it working. He loves helping with that stuff. You know, it's a lost art. Like, the number of people who could repair a CRT or, like, a VCR, it has to be incredibly small these days. And, like, have you ever looked inside? Have you ever opened up a VCR or a cassette player or, like, a cassette camera? The complexity is just astounding. And if you have one little thing wrong in there, good luck finding it and diagnosing it. Like, it's completely obsolete technology, and it's still way over my head, you know. I really wish I was more handy, to be honest. If you have a newer one as long as it is the same brand, it will work too. Oh, like the remote? You mean? Huh. Do I have a... It's a Sharp. Do I have a Sharp remote? I don't know. If any of my friends have a Sharp remote, maybe I could have them bring it over. I should try that. I didn't know that. I thought maybe like the infrared code or whatever would be different for like every model or generation or something. Oh, check a thrift store. That's a good idea. I have not thought of that. That is a great idea. I hit thrift stores up all the time for yarn and stuff for my post-apocalyptic builds. Oh yeah, a thrift store is like where you buy used stuff. You know, so people will go in and donate items or clothing. They just give it to the store and then the store sells it. Secondhand store, thank you. That's the word. Or like a pawn shop. The only difference is pawn shops, they buy the items, whereas in a secondhand store, you just give them the items for free. You give the store the items for free. Gently used items. Sometimes more than gently used. There are so few here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got a lot of them around here. Which is great. Because new stuff is expensive. So I do quite a bit of thrifting. I'll show you guys. I know some of you have already seen my apocalypse projects, but I'll show the new guys. Holy. This is one coat I'm working on right here. Put a lot of time into this sleeve, as you can see. So I like how that turned out. That's one. And then this is my main. I'll just put it on. Holy! Things are getting spicy in here. Too much stuff in this room. So this is my main event coat. You can see, give you a little twirl. Yeah, I did make these. You see all the pockets and stuff. But yeah, so that's one of my things. Looks great. Thank you. Thanks, guys. I think I'm gonna take a break. Should I keep the stream up? Yeah. I'm just gonna be like 5 minutes. If you guys want to stay and wait and chat, you can. If you want to take off, that's fine too. If I don't see you again, good afternoon, good evening, good night. No, but it was nice to meet the new guys, and feel free to follow. I'm gonna be doing this every day, and I love having people to chat with. So, be back in a couple minutes. Okay. Who do we have still? This chair. He's still here. Wunderbar. That means wonderful in German. Wonderful. Okay. Baby dress. How fun. Am I doing this right? Now I'm second guessing myself. Okay, so I have one on the end. Is that two? Ugh. It's hard to see what is going on with this little black yarn. Snuggie. Nice. I've never had a Snuggie. Oh, everyone's here still. Wonderful. Okay, so I do one more. One here. And I think I chain another one. I like interrupted the flow and kind of forgot how to... Yeah, that's right. Okay. TFT. Is that team fight tactics? Is that what TFT is? TFT. Oh, okay. I don't know what that is. Team Fight Tactics Runeterra Reforged? Did they reforge it? Was it broken? Like Narsil? The shards of Narsil. Still sharp. Huh? Sitting on your phone? If I sat on my phone, it would never recover. No, I'm just kidding. I've sat on it before. Oh, you're sitting on the Snuggie. You guys remember the ShamWow? They had the ShamWow and the Snuggie, like, had the infomercials at the same time. So someone made a parody where it was a Snuggie made of ShamWow, and the guy was like spilling all over himself, and then was like going to the bathroom in it. It was, maybe it wasn't funny. I don't know. You know, when you're a kid and dumb and everything's funny. Was not that great. Yeah, I've never trusted an infomercial because they're just trying to sell it to you. Yeah, I can't imagine it was... Oh, I have used one a long time ago. I liked the texture of it, like the way it felt was cool, but I don't really remember how absorbent it was. Viva paper towels. Never heard of them. Viva. The #1 cloth-like towel. Watch now. Huh. That looks cool. Looks a little bougie. Do you use... Says you can wring them out. Like, how many times do you use them? Like, do you get good use out of them? Oh! I have used these once, and I really did like them, now that I recall. Yeah, they're like thicker, right? They're like thicker than normal paper towels. They have a little more substance to them. Absorb nicely. Yeah, I do like that because dish rags get so dirty and gross. They always smell bad. You have to deal with washing them. I don't want to wash them with my clothes. Don't want to like cross-contaminate, so. And paper towels are like a little not actually that absorbent, you know. Yeah, they hold together. Crochet dishcloth, yeah. You would probably use cotton for that, right? I think someone told me that. Maybe it was you, I don't remember. Yeah, I bet they would have good texture for scrubbing. If you use acrylic as a hot pad, will it melt it? Like, will the acrylic melt as a pot holder? I don't know why I call them hot pads. Is that even a thing? Oven mitt, floral sleeve, pot holder. Because, I guess people call them hot pads as well. Alright. I'm not crazy. Yeah, it will. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, I live like 5 minutes from Hobby Lobby. I could walk there if so inclined. That's where I got these needles. Cotton's great, that's good to know. And I feel like they always have different sales going on. So that's nice. Glad we don't have that close.
Brother, I understand.
$45 minutes, yeah. But it makes you have to plan it out, you know, so that's kind of a downside / benefit, maybe. I'm too broke to go impulse buy things, so it doesn't matter how close I am. DoorDash. Oh, gotcha. I have a store that sells yarn like 2 minutes away from me too, but I haven't looked at it in a long time. Staying busy is good. You're either progressing or regressing in life. You know, you can't really stand still. And what is more dangerous than falling into a rut? There's a good question. Yeah. Life can demand a lot, that's for sure. As long as you have some things you enjoy doing mixed in, can keep you energized, is what I find. That is good. It's good to have a book or something. You don't have to just doom scroll on the phone. Nice. Did you get much use of them? Like while you were waiting? I see. Yeah, I hope the PT goes well. Seems to me like it's one of those things that can like really help or not help at all. But maybe it's kind of what you put into it, you get out of it kind of thing. And how good your therapist is too. Guess it's complicated like most things. What are you reading? Second sessions with them. So far they've been good. Good, good, good. Yeah, you have to update us when you get into it, how good it is. Flock. Is it about birds? Is it about a cult? The leader and his flock? Is it about a squadron of fighter planes? No clue. Guess you'll find out. Heather Cram. Never heard of her. What kind of books does she write? That's cool. Is it like, are they genres that are typically blended together, or has she done kind of a unique, like made her own like unique genre almost? A little mystery, a little history, paranormal. Nice. I like when people mix things like that. I've always thought like a blend of like post-apocalyptic and fantasy, like high fantasy would be cool. Like a medieval fantasy setting, D&D kind of generic fantasy setting, and then like progresses into like the industrial age, like early industrial age, like up to like World War II, I guess. Kind of era, not actual World War II. I wouldn't have it on Earth, you know, but like a World War II kind of setting, and then like maybe a nuclear apocalypse occurs. And so it's like post-industrial apocalyptic fantasy. I don't have a story in mind. That's just a setting I've thought about that would be cool and I haven't really seen before. I'm sure someone's written it, but yeah, that is fun. That's cool. Firefly, if you remember that show, Space Western, that's a classic blending. Definitely try it out. Oh, I've never written anything. But if I write anything, that's what I'll write. Okay, I was listening to this audiobook. Look up her series, Crew of Hunters. I was listening to this audiobook, and it was post-apocalyptic, but there were like people with psychic powers. So I'll give you a quick rundown of this story. So in modern times, this scientist was watching just happened to see this street performer who was doing like kind of psychic magic tricks. And he like observed and realized that like the kid was, genuinely, telekinetic and whatnot. And so he gets a blood sample from him and like synthesizes this virus. And the virus like decimates the world, but it also gives some people like psychic powers. So like however many years in the future, hundreds of years or whatever, is the setting of the main story. And so like people have these low-level psychic powers, and so the main character is like a teenage boy or something, and his mom is a doctor who uses her like third eye to pierce into people's organs and see what's wrong with them. So she's like a pretty decent physician, even though their technology is limited. And then her son, like he learns to like throw knives, and he can like steer them a little bit with his telekinesis. I don't know. And anyway, I was really enjoying this story, and I stopped watching it. I didn't finish listening to it. It was just on YouTube. And then I tried to find it again, and I could not find it. I couldn't find it in my history. I couldn't remember what it was called, so I kept typing in keywords. I searched for it for like a few hours trying to find it again, and I could never find it again. And I really want to like listen to the rest of the story. And I asked like ChatGPT and Grok and stuff. I wrote like a very lengthy description with specific things that happened in the story. Couldn't find it. It was like it just poofed off the face of the earth. Anyway, so I wonder if that's ever happened to any of you guys, like losing a story like that. It's so awful. All I need is the name of the book or the author or even any of the characters. None of the characters' names I could remember. I can never remember characters' names. I can remember the story and the descriptions vividly. But apparently that's not enough for these super advanced large language models and their deep search. Yeah, deep as a kiddie pool. Search. So I guess I'll just have to imagine whatever ending I want for that specific book. There was also this like specific narration of Dune, the first Dune book. Someone listed on YouTube. And I was like halfway through it, and then the videos got taken down for like copyright infringement. And I looked it up, and I knew the name of the narrator and the book, obviously. So I searched and could never find it. And I guess the specific narration that I heard was recorded on cassette. It was released on cassette, book on tape, and never released digitally. So no one has digital files of it anywhere on the internet, I guess, except this person who apparently digitized his cassettes. So I've never been able to find the cassettes used, never been able to find it again. And every other narration that I've heard of Dune, which is a great book, just doesn't quite live up to it. I hate when that stuff happens. I prefer graphic audio over general audiobooks. What's graphic audio? Is that when there's like noises, like sound effects, or graphic audio, like as in there's like images with it, like a slideshow? Oh, Crew of Hunters. Yeah, I was looking at that.
Phantom Evil.
How many books are in this? The list I'm looking at, there's like 100 books. Like 50. It's crazy. Yeah, wow. That's quite the... And is it like the same characters? Is it all the same people? In order, there are... What I'm counting is 55. Wow. I couldn't keep that long of a story in my head. But if you're enjoying it, then you've got a lot of material to work with, so that's good. Each book brings in new characters, but we use some of the former characters as well. Okay. Just like real life, I guess. Lose characters, gain new characters in our story. And then we die and it's someone else's story. Crew of Hunters, a series by Heather Graham. Phantom of Evil. Heart of evil, sacred evil, the evil inside, the unseen, the unholy, the unspoken, the uninvited. The night is watching, the night is alive, the night is forever. Crimson twilight, the cursed, the hexed, the betrayed. When Irish eyes are haunting. See, that one doesn't quite fit the naming scheme. The silence, the forgotten, All Hallows Eve, the hidden, haunted destiny, deadly fate, darkest journey. Is it the darkest journey? Dying breath, dark rites. Hallowed be thy haunt. Wicked deeds, fade to black, pale as death, echoes of evil. Haunted be the holidays. Christmas, the crew, and a large white rabbit. The summoning, the seekers. I'm committed. I'm reading all of these now. The stalking, blood night, the best Christmas ever. Horrorween, seeing darkness, Easter, the crew, and another large white rabbit. There's another large white rabbit? They barely made it out alive with the first one. Why is there another one? Oh, they've got to... Everyone knows you have to take your large white rabbit to the vet and have him fixed. Or they'll be all over the dang place. For honor and glory. Mother's Day, the crew, and a really big dog. See, why don't they use... I am messing this up. Why don't they use the big dog to fight the big rabbit? Did they ever think of that? A deadly touch. Touch the big rabbit with your deadly touch. See, I can't do this when I'm distracted, apparently. A most unusual case. That kind of sounds like a Sherlock Holmes book or something. Dreaming death. The dead heat of summer. Born on the 4th of July. Are these set in, like, Earth? Like, contemporary Earth? Because I was imagining these were, like, fantasy, but... If it's the 4th of July... An unexpected guest... I guess Christmas was already in the titles, and Halloween. Why would that be on another planet? Christmas, the crew, and Kenneth. If I see Kenneth's face one more time, it's gonna get violent. New Year's Eve. A very crew kind of Valentine's Day. The Unforgiven. The Forbidden. Verboten. Haunted House. The Unknown. Which we all fear. Jacko the Lantern. Christmas, the Crew, and Gifts of Hope. Never on a New Year's Eve. Sorry if I'm boring the heck out of you guys. I wonder... It's taking longer to read the titles of the books than it would be to actually read one of them. Oh, did I lose my place? Please spare me. Never on a New Year's Eve. The Easter Chicken. Sound of Darkness. If you could play a violin of plank length, could you hear music in another universe? Sound of Darkness, Aura of Night, Descend into Darkness, Voice of Fear, Liam the Leprechaun, Cry of the Banshee, Roses are red, but can make you dead. Okay, that might be the worst title so far. I'm going to be so real. A Mother of All Mother's Days. Mother's Day. A Mother of All Mother's Day. The Ghost of a Chance. That's a good name. A Turkey of a Day. A Curiously Cool Christmas. They have a lot of Christmases together. This crew. The Ghost of a Chance. I read that one already. New Year's Eve. Out with the Old. A Strangely Victorious Valentine's Day. What was victorious about it? I guess if you're not single, that's a victory on Valentine's Day. Just the ones like the forbidden. Oh, okay. But you have to see their you have to read their Yuletide adventures, don't you? Green is the darkness, green is the light. An eerie leaden light. Ostre and Easter? Eostre. I don't know what that word is. Is that a name? Into the Abyss. Dark and deadly be the whispers. Just plug your ears. If the whispers are deadly, plug your ears. Put in earplugs. Put in noise-canceling headphones. Invite your deaf friend over as a bulwark against the darkness. An evil on All Hallows Eve. New Year's Nosferatu. Nosferatu. What are you doing at this New Year's party? Is Nosferatu canon in these books? The Witching Hours. It's Witching Hour, singular, just the one. You don't get multiple. One witching hour per person per day. Restrictions apply. Results may vary. These ancient bones.
These ancient bones. They tell me when a storm's coming.
And that's it. That's all of them. She should be ashamed of herself for writing so little. She's so lazy. I can't believe it. It's quite a few words there. I'm checking a second list just to make sure we got them all. We did. But there is Order of the Blackbird Trilogy. Oh, so now she's stopping at 3? Now she decided that 3 is a reasonable number rather than 53? Order of the Blackbird Trilogy. Whispers at Dusk. There's a lot of whispering and a lot of nighttime kind of themes. And then it'll be like
the voices in the depths of the dark.
And then the next book will be Christmas with the Cranks. You know, it's like, and the giant rabbit. What's going on here? Cursed at Dawn. See what I'm saying? Oh my gosh. I guess if you're writing 53 books, not all the titles. I'm like stabbing myself in the sternum trying to push this through. They can't all be bangers, the titles. Phantom Evil. Okay, so do the books. Is there any noticeable change in her writing over all of these? Like, does her style change at all? Does she like write differently? Does she improve her craft, or does it like do all the books kind of just like feel the same? I'm not saying it's good or bad either way. I'm just curious with such a long catalog. Hey, but if you haven't seen the holiday ones, that means there's all new material you haven't experienced yet. Oh, it's all warping. What can be done? They feel like she genuinely does her research into the places, people, and types of murders. Oh! Are they all murder mystery? Is that what's... That makes the titles make more sense. Did you say they were murder mysteries and I just forgot that you said that? Oh yeah, you said a little mystery, a little history, paranormal. Okay. You did say that. I got lost in the sauce. Overwhelmed. Da-dum, da-dum. Da-da-dum. Da-da-da-dum. Da-da-dum. Mm-hmm. The trilogy is minus the paranormal, I believe. Oh, okay. That's fair. It made me think of, when you're talking about the genres, it made me think of the cartoon Gravity Falls. I don't know if you've seen it. But, so, in a lot of stories, books, TV shows, movies, whatever, comics, there will be, the setting is this: Earth. Normal Earth, contemporary, or historical, whatever. Contemporary Earth, but there's vampires. And that's it. Everything unusual that happens in the story, it all hinges on the fact that there's vampires. It's Earth, but vampires. There'll be another story, another series, that's Earth, contemporary, but there's ghosts. So everything unusual that happens, and the plot all revolves around ghosts. And then there'll be another that's Earth, contemporary, but there's aliens. And everything that happens is aliens, etc. It's always like one thing is the thing that the whole thing is about. I like when it's not all the same thing, you know? Like when, the series Supernatural, it's not just like vampires. It's vampires, it's demons, it's ghosts, it's jinn, it's angels, it's whatever. Anyway, so Gravity Falls is a really good example of what I like, because it's like all high strangeness, you know, like mysterious phenomena, but it's all different. There's like interdimensional beings, there's like fairy tale creatures, there's cryptids, you know, aliens, there's like the alien episode, and it all kind of like just feels like it goes together, you know, just kind of the way that they wrote it. But yeah, Gravity Falls was a really, and having your setting be normal and have one extraordinary element, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I just like it's done a lot, you know? And so when they mix it up, I think that's pretty cool. And Gravity Falls is just, whoever made it, you can tell that they put in a lot of effort to make it good. Especially for just being a kid's show, you know? I'm trying to think of others that do that. I don't know. I suppose I stopped crocheting. I think I hit my crochet limit for the day. I guess I'll hop off. Thank you, everyone, for stopping by. So one of those books features the ghost of Edgar Allan Poe, and others features other historical figures. Oh, that's cool. See, I like that. I like when they have fun little elements thrown in there. Hey, it was lovely to meet you. Yeah, get some good sleep. I'll be here tomorrow. So if you're down to chat tomorrow or the day after or the day after that 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 and so on, feel free to drop by. I guess that's all. Thank you, everybody. I have a good time talking to you guys, so have a lovely night.